What's up, guys? So, welcome to a windy and cold Copenhagen day. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about the Leica M10 and why I think it's still a viable choice for you to get into the Leica system today. I'm also wearing a new mic. I just bought the DJI Mic 2, so hopefully it's creating better sound than my other videos. So, let's talk about the M10. And the reason why I think it's still a good choice to get into the Leica system. I bought the M10 kind of a year and a half ago, but I lost a lot of gear. I had a lot of gear stolen, so I got some insurance money, and I still couldn't afford the Leica M11 at that point. They're still super expensive. So I made the decision to go with the M10, and I bought a used Summilux 50 1.4 version 2. The Summilux and the M10 is a perfect match. When you're shooting with a rangefinder system, it's almost more important than to have a lens that's more capable than the camera. One of the reasons I love shooting with the M10 is that, personally for me, I think it still delivers some of that gorgeous Leica renditions in color and the output. And it has a 24 megapixel sensor, so it's perfectly capable in low light. I shoot a lot of low light, as you've probably seen from my Instagram account, and if you haven't, go in and check it out. It's just Bobby Anwar, my name. I'll drop you the link below. Also, I think right now we have so many Leica cameras out there. We have the M11, we have the M11 monochrome, we have 11P, and there's rumors about a new SL system coming out. So Leica are dropping a lot of new cameras, and that means that you can actually get into the M10 relatively cheap. It's not a cheap camera. It's not the best camera, but I think it's a really good way to get into the Leica system. Would I upgrade to the M11? Of course, I would love to. Like everybody else, I suffer from gas, so whenever there's some new systems, new cameras out there, obviously I want to test them out or get into them. But what I do love about this camera is actually how tactile it is and how it just feels. It's a relatively heavy camera. It's actually heavier than the M11. The negatives about this camera is that the battery life is not super good. You have to carry around 2 batteries for this. That is something they improved in the new M11 system with the awesome new battery. I heard people shooting for days and days without switching batteries, so that's a positive thing. But for me, I mean, for now, this works, and I love shooting with it, and I love the output that's coming out of it. One of the negative things about the M10 is that it's still suffering from the highlight clipping that's gotten much better in the M11. And one thing I would wish that this camera had was actually the base plate from M11 with the USB-C charging. That would be amazing. I mean, this camera is still a tool, you have to remember that. It's getting pretty windy and cold out here, so I think I will stick back to my apartment and continue this conversation with you about the M10 and show you some examples of what I've been shooting with this camera. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, wow, that was super cold. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I actually do know. So the reason why I shot outside was that I was testing out the new DJI Mic 2 system, and I was really blown away about how much reduction there was, noise reduction there was using the microphone. I have a little clip without the microphone and one with the microphone, so you can see the difference. So check that out. Okay, welcome back to my apartment and back in the warmth. Anyways, in this video we're talking about the Leica M10 and why it's still holding up in 2024. So as mentioned before, Leica have some extraordinary cameras out there. The M11 is amazing. I would love to get one at some point, but right now I'm getting by with this one. I've been using Leica cameras for the last 12 years, and I used the M8, I used the 9 and now the M10. Never used the M11. I used the first Q. I used the Q2. I never had a monochrome camera. I would love to have one, but I don't know. Let's see in the future. Other than that, lens-wise, I'm using a 50 Summilux, as I mentioned. I also have a 90mm f2.8, and I also have a 2.0, and I'm not using the 90 f2.0 so much because it's super heavy and it's not so lightweight. So what I mostly go out with to shoot street photography is my 50mm and the 90mm. In the future, I would like to get a 35 Summicron f2, mostly because it's super compact. I love to carry my M10 around in my pocket. I'm not a super fan of having too much gear with me or carrying around a backpack or something else. I do tend to use a sling sometimes, but I'll make a video about what's in my camera bag, and then you can see the two setups I have. One that's clean, minimal, and one that's more comprehensive. So anyways, I think this camera is a really good starting point for a lot of you out there who wants to get into the M system or the rangefinder system. So I want to show you a couple of shots that I shot with the M10 and the Summilux, or probably the 90mm, but I can't remember. But here are the shots. Enjoy. Alright, welcome back. So if you enjoyed some of the shots I just showed you, you can see much more on my Instagram. It's just my name. So if you want to follow along on my Instagram, check out the link below. Alright, anyways, that was it for this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and follow along, comment, like. I would love to hear more about what kit you're using. Is it the M10, M11? What are your experiences? Will you swap your lenses? Will you change your camera? Anyways, drop your comments down below and I'll get back to you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.